Happy Saturday, guys. I got more questions for you. And a topic. I've decided on a topic. So, number 1, would you like to play paintball? I have a bruise on my leg. So, I'm a wimp. I said no. And it's just because of the simple fact that I don't like the thought of getting bruises unless it's going crazy carpeting, and then I will go all into that whole hog. Like, I've actually been known to get bruises like all over my legs, my ribs, just from crazy carpeting because I just don't care. Name 5 things that cheer you up. Oh shit. Most of this was food based. Chocolate. It sucks because I had it, but because I'm in a good mood right now. It was chocolate. Let's say cheesy popcorn right now. Soft and fuzzy things. Gotta go for the cuddles. Untold stories of the ER. That is like my obsession. And you know what? A good soda. Let's go with that. Good soda. What subject would you like to add to school curriculum? So when I was in school, like when I was younger, we actually learned that, you know what, there's winners and there's losers. So because of that, I feel like a good curriculum to add would be Life's Not Fair 101. So it's pretty much saying like, you're not gonna always get that job you want. You're not always gonna win the race, you know? Because it's like nowadays, like even when I was in track and field, like, yeah, for the running or whatever, everybody got a ribbon in cross country. But the better you placed, the better the ribbon you got. So they literally, like, if you got a crappy place, you'd get this purple ribbon, and it just had on it a sticker of the place you got. But if you came in like first, second, like if you came in the first 5, you had like this bright colored ribbon, like blue, yellow, red. And they'd have like a filigree or whatever it's called, I can't remember, embedded in it, like the place and the event and stuff like that. And then you'd also get like your name and picture in the paper and stuff. But it's like nowadays when kids don't get what they want, and even some adults, they throw the biggest temper tantrum I've ever seen. Like, the biggest. Imagine you're a director. What will your script be about? I don't know what it'll be about, but it's going to be something action-y, and it's going to have fucking Ryan Reynolds and, like, for sure Ryan Reynolds. He's fucking hilarious. And I love Liam Neeson. And there's another person I can't remember, but it was like, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. Do you still have your French accent? No. If anything, I've been told that I have a Canadian accent, and I've actually been made fun of, jokingly or not, I'm not 100% sure, because of how I say the word boat. So I don't pronounce the word T. So it's like boat. I can't say that. I say boat. And like somebody was actually making fun of me for it. I was like, well, I'm sorry. I can't pronounce the T. It's just how I was raised. It's like, I don't know. That's just how I say the word. I'm sorry if I fall under the stereotype, but I don't sit there and say, a boot. How about we turn this all around? Like, no, it's about. It's, yeah, there's no O-O. It's O-U. Oh, ow. It's just like how I get steamed about how people say the word caramel. It's caramel, not caramel. And there's even, I can't remember what the kids' movie's called, but it literally, like, it's like 2 fowls go walking. The first one does the talking. And it's like, it actually tells you how to properly say words that have more than one vowel in them. So all the people who are saying caramel as caramel, you're actually saying it wrong. So you're actually like butchering the word. Sorry, not sorry. How was your day? Okay, so this day that I got asked this, I was actually like, I was dead. I was dead to the world, but I was still trying to go through my Ask FM and do all the questions because I had just had my blood taken. So what that entails for me is when I first got my blood done, I actually had, and it's a funny story because the doctor that I had at the time, I ended up getting his wife as my female doctor for like my babies and stuff. But my doctor had initially called me and he was freaking out. He's like, "Did you know you're anemic?" I was like, "No." Like I didn't. He's like, "Oh, okay." So since then they make sure to put it on the order that to take the minimum blood required for specific tests, and sometimes they have to take more, which sucks for me. But so pretty much I'm assuming there's a bunch of different types of anemia, but the one I have, it's called iron deficiency anemia. So pretty much it's like, even if I up my red meat, which I don't eat a lot of, but I do eat other foods that are high in iron, my body still doesn't like produce or retain enough for whatever reason, so I have to take these supplements. And I can go like off and on them. It's more of like a therapeutic thing, I guess. But pretty much iron deficiency anemia, it causes actually a lot of problems. Which we didn't realize it till I got pregnant with my first daughter and figured it out or whatever, but it causes you to be really, really tired. And so it's so funny because I had this joke with one of the women I used to work with. She's like, I'd always say like, "Oh my God, I'm so tired." And she's like, "A spring chicken like you?" No. And I actually found out like the reason why I'm always so tired is because my blood there's not enough in my blood, so it's like not circulating properly. So even though I'm like a higher energy person, it still causes a lot of crap. And TMI, if there's any guys watching, like cover your ears like for a couple seconds, but it actually makes your periods really bad. So there's that too. But anyway, so when I answered this question, I had to get like 6+ vials taken out of me because of all the tests that they had to do. And I was like dead. Like by the time she finished taking blood out of me, my arm was numb and in so much pain. It's like I couldn't even. So it was a good day considering I had my fluids drained out of me. When will YouTube replace TV? I'm half convinced that YouTube already has. Like, TV is just too censored now. Like, yes, YouTube is pretty censored in its own way, but it's not as censored as TV. Like, you can, if there's any topic you want to see on YouTube or whatever, or like really anywhere online, you can just look it up. Whereas on TV, it like follows a schedule and program, and oh, is this popular? Oh, is this not popular? Like, and honestly, like, quite a few people have gotten famous off of YouTube. Like, the only one I can think of off the top of my head is Justin Bieber, but whatever. Who's going to the Jeff Dunham show on the 21st? I said not I. Wasn't even aware he was performing. Gotta get caught up. What do you think of Nonstop World on the cell phone? So this was my topic here. Was the whole cell phone things. So there's people in like, or kids in like grade 3, grade 4, grade 5 who have cell phones. And I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. Like, yeah, you can be like, "Oh, Jamie, but it's a safety thing." It's also a distraction. Like, I didn't get my first cell phone till I was 16. If I was going to be off somewhere in public and I had no way to get a hold of my parents, I would have like my mom or my dad's cell phone and I would be expected to call home. But that was very rarely. in my opinion, cell phones are great because they have like everything at touch of your hand, like a reminder, social media, emergency, like contact, stuff like that. And if you're a kid, you don't really need that. It's more so as a distraction to play games. It's like nowadays, all you see is like kids on tablets. Like from when I grew up, if it was a bright sunny day, like it is out today, we would be expected to, go play outside. Now, if it was like a shitty pissing down rain day, like it was a few days ago, then yeah, you can play video games and stuff. But the thing is, most of us adults, we're sort of needed on the cell phone. Like when I was a manager, like I had to have my cell phone in my back pocket at all times in case like an emergency arose, or I had to contact the owner or another manager or call somebody in. And you can't exactly like run to the back room of the store every time something happens. Like, sure, we are required to if it's like the phone rings, because it could be, customer complaint or the order or whatever. But anyway, I digress. Point is, I don't think kids should have cell phones if they can't pay for them. Because, in my opinion, like, it creates brats. Like, they have no semblance of responsibility. Like, I was told, and I think it's a great idea, you shouldn't have a cell phone if you can't pay for it. Like, it teaches you, okay, this is your first bill. These are the guidelines. Like, you shouldn't go over, and like, you learn the rules. If you break the rules, you pay a penalty. It's kind of like if you break the law, you go to jail, or you do a driving infraction, get caught, you get a ticket. Like, to me, it's pretty much the same shit. Okay, and final question. How many slices of pizza do you usually eat? Two. I normally eat two. But, depending on the pizza, I've been known to horf down the whole pizza. But, the whole pizza is like a thin crust. A thin crust mushroom. A thin crust mushroom. I can't speak, I'm done. A thin crust mushroom pizza. They're delicious. Except the only good one I've had is Ristorante or whatever that brand is called. It's like the pop in the oven one. Can't have it right now because the grease upsets the baby, but I need that pizza so bad. But no, that's it, and a couple of rants, and but I have 2 questions already lined up, so I love you guys, and I will see you later. Bye!